The astronauts glanced at the time as they fled the ship, but the watch showed the year 3978. He thought it was broken and ignored it. The three of them threw the necessary supplies off the ship and hurriedly began to escape. Their ship sank on a strange planet, and they had to survive on this planet. Luckily, the air here is similar to that on Earth. But when their companions took out their instruments and tested the soil, they realized that there were almost no carbohydrates here. Not even a blade of grass could grow here. Looking at the gray hairs on his partner's temples, Tyler finally realized that the ship's instruments hadn't been damaged. They'd been sleeping in a hibernation chamber for over 2,000 years. If it wasn't for the accident, they might have stayed asleep. Tyler was about to leave when he saw his companion planting a small flag on the ground. He laughed at the sight as if something had occurred to him. The men had traveled over the mountains without seeing a single plant, and the weather here is very changeable. The sky is sometimes thundering and lightning, but the next moment it's sunny. Not only that, but they had to watch out for boulders falling down from above. The three of them walked for a day and a night without seeing any sign of life. Then their companion, who was walking in front of them, suddenly waved at them. He seemed to have seen something extraordinary. The two of them hurriedly ran down the slope. They found a green plant here. The three of them carefully took the plant with its small flowers in their hands. They believed that if there was one plant, there must be more. Sure enough, as they went along, more plants appeared on the ground. But what they didn't know was that there were other creatures behind them. When the three of them came to a place where there was a lot of vegetation, there seemed to be a lot of giant scarecrows placed on a hill not far away. Curious, the three decided to climb to the top of the hill to find out what was going on. But what they saw was even more exciting. On top of the mountain in front of them was a huge waterfall. The three couldn't contain their excitement any longer and rushed into the water for a refreshing swim. When they came ashore, they found footprints that didn't belong to them. Something had stolen their clothes. They had to follow the tracks naked. But they found that all their equipment had been destroyed. Their suits were torn to shreds. They had to pick up the few remaining pieces of cloth and put them on. The trio came to a cornfield where they saw a large number of humans, but they didn't seem very smart. Tyler finally realized that humans on this planet were still in a primitive stage. For a moment, his companions thought they could rule the planet in just 6 months. At that moment, all the primitive humans suddenly looked at a certain place without moving. As Tyler wondered, there was a loud roar. The humans who had just been standing still began to run away in a frenzy. It was as if something terrible was coming this way.